Happy New Year, everyone! I hope your 2023 will be just full of great experiences, adventure, and success for all of you. I'm super excited for the new year, and I'm taking today to really prepare for 2023 and set myself up for success. I didn't really have the time to do that last year. It was just really busy, and I only had time to write down my yearly goals, and that's it. But there are some more things I want to do to have the feeling like I have arrived in 2023, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm doing today. And maybe for you, the Christmas and New Year season was also super busy, so maybe you also haven't gotten around to doing anything or not much. So let's do it together today. It's always a good time to plan out the year, to look where we're heading, and even if you're watching this in the middle of January, the end of January, or whenever, it's always a good time to refocus on our goals. Before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to all the new subscribers. I'm super excited to have so many of you subscribe to my channel over the new year and find me and follow me for more content like this. I would really love to get to know you a little better, so please let me know in the comments down below where you're from maybe, and please, if you have any video ideas, let me know in the comments down below. My channel is mostly a personal finance focused channel. I want you guys to feel comfortable and not stressed when it comes to money topics. I want you guys to be informed, to make great money decisions. But apart from these personal finance topics, there are always videos that I want to do on other topics. So please let me know in the comments if there are any ideas for 2023. And now let's dive into the video. There were a couple of things that were on my mind that I really wanted to get done, so I wrote a little to-do list. There were some things I wanted to clean and tidy up around the house, so I picked up all the laundry, for example. I put away the guest blanket because I had a friend come over and stay with me for New Year's. And then I also wanted to work through all the papers that I had accumulated on my desk for the past weeks. I went through it to see which one of these were actually important and I had to keep and which ones I could just toss. And before they would sit on my desk for any longer, I put them away straight away in my binder. So these were just a few random tasks on my to-do list that I wanted to get done before doing any of the other tasks. One very important thing on my to-do list was to plan the first quarter. So I wanted to set goals for the first quarter, and I wanted to decide on habits for the first quarter. And the second one is even more important to me than the goals because I'm focusing on building good habits this year. I know exactly where I want to be in 5 years, where I want to be in 10 years, what kind of woman I want to be. And the habits that I'm doing today are not the habits that that woman has. So I have to change something about that. I'm taking this year to reevaluate how I'm spending my time and whether it's actually helping me to become that version of myself that I want to be. So I went ahead and looked at my yearly goals, and then I wrote down the ones that I want to focus on for the first quarter. One of my main goals for the new year is establishing a workout routine again. I had started in November to work out on the 3 days of the week that I was working from home, and it went great until I got sick, and then I got a little lazy, and then it was Christmas. So now I'm starting again in January, and I also want to work on eating healthier. So I went ahead and created a Pinterest board because I like to look for recipe ideas on Pinterest, and I saved them for next week. And then I wrote a shopping list for when I was going to get groceries. I have also written down some career goals. I really want to focus on YouTube this year as much as it's possible with my office job, with my 9-to-5 job that I have. So I wrote that down in career. For finances, I want to finish reading Money from Tony Robbins, and I want the first quarter to be a low spend quarter because I tend to go on vacation in the other quarters of the year, and then also all the outside or summer activities are also coming later on throughout the year. So I want to focus on not spending much money in the first 3 months. And I have also written down my saving goals or investing goal, and that's at least 5,000 euros for the first quarter. And now we're coming to more the habit section. So in my free time, I want to read instead of watch Netflix. So I went ahead and deleted my Netflix account. I was sharing it with friends, but now I have deleted my profile and I will not access it again. I want to read more often, so I have picked 3 books for the quarter that I want to read. One of them is White Supremacy and Me, then Lean In for Graduates, and The Snow Child, which is a novel. I also want to develop language habits again. For the past at least 2 years, I did not really work on my language skills, and there's just so many languages out there I want to learn. So I have decided to focus on Italian and French this year. I don't speak Italian, so I want to learn it. And I have written down that I want to learn 250 words in the first quarter, which is not a lot, but also not too little. I think it's just the right amount for me. Then I want to practice writing and speaking French because my comprehension is very good, but my speaking lags. So the way it works for me with a habit is I'm going to pick one that I will start with, and once that is established, I will take the next one. So I don't try to do everything at once in this first week of January and then get overwhelmed and discouraged, but I will take it one step at a time. I'm starting with the workouts because I'm already on a good path there, and after that I'm going to focus on reading a couple of pages a day or whenever I would normally watch Netflix. Then I'm taking the meal. Then I want to start with learning Italian words, and then I want to focus on French. The next thing on my to-do list was to recap my year financially. So I actually have this financial overview that I fill out. So I went ahead and filled out the overview for November and December because these were the months that were still missing. I went through my bank accounts again and any receipts to see whether my expense tracker was missing any important information. And then from the tracker, I went ahead and put the categories into my financial overview sheet. And if you don't use an expense tracker yet, I strongly recommend you go ahead and download one right now because that makes life so much easier. Then I went ahead and added all of my monthly expenses up so I would have a yearly figure. I actually did a low by year last year because my focus was to save money. If you want to see what I've spent in the year in total, a little more in detail with the categories that I was trying to limit myself from buying, my last video is exactly on that topic, so I will link it here again. The total number that's in that video was an estimate because December was not over yet, but turns out my estimate was quite good. It's actually 100 euros more, but that's fine. Then I also wanted to find out exactly how much I had saved and invested. Last year I did have a monthly savings plan for my index fund. Plus I also invested a little more because the market was just really good. And whenever I had money left over at the end of the month, I would also invest it. So here I'm actually going through my investment broker and see how much I had actually invested. And I'm also going to write down how much money I have in investments, how much in savings, and how much in my bank account to later be able to know where I was at the end of 2022. So that was my financial overview. I have checked off all the to-dos on my to-do list now, and I feel like I'm ready for the new year. I feel like I have a plan for the first quarter, which was very important for me to have because otherwise I would just be living day by day, week by week, and then would not have accomplished anything by the end of March. So here we go. Here's to a wonderful 2023 to all of you guys. May you really accomplish all the goals that you have and what you want to achieve. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to let me know in the comments down below where you're from and what you want to see from me next. And then I'll see you in my next video. Bye!